Our weather headlines are as follows. A nice looking weekend, first and foremost. That's always good news. That should always lead the top of the list, right? Could we see the northern lights at night? There is a slight possibility. We will document that for you in a second. Showers moving in for Monday. Yeah, it's Monday, right? We don't care about that. But it is going to also bring in a fall chill for the middle of next week. We do get some warmer air out ahead of this cold front right here. It's tracking across the Great Lakes and upper Midwest right now. Had a little bit of a south wind today that brought us into the upper 60s to around 70. Should be a degree or two more tomorrow. But the bigger difference, believe it or not, is going to be on Saturday after the cold front has passed. Yeah, that's not typically what we see. But oftentimes these fronts move through quick enough, it can take a while for that cooler air to catch up behind it. Now, that's not the difference that we're talking about. It's this system right here getting set to move ashore up in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to really bring the colder air down. And it's, again, not until the middle of next week. So high pressure in control here for tomorrow. We will see a fair amount of clouds. I mean, that's the story of the week, right? Just the battle of the sun and the clouds. A dry week again, a dry day again after a dry week. And temperatures on the seasonable side, but starting to creep again onto the warmer side of seasonable. Now here's the front right here. It should get here by Saturday morning early. We're going to call for a few quick light showers or sprinkles, but a lot of this is getting here very early Saturday morning. So by the time most of us are waking up, I would expect a good amount of sunshine. Saturday afternoon is going to be great, and temperatures all the way up into the mid-70s. Again, that cooler air has not caught up. The northwest flow will eventually build in as this high comes on in, and so slightly cooler on Sunday. And we could see some high clouds out towards the coast. There's a little bit of a wraparound situation with that departing cold front as this low kind of hangs up here over Nova Scotia. But outside of that, it's a fantastic day. And we will track this cold front coming in from Monday in just a second. But with that being said now, with the weekend forecast, will we be able to see the aurora borealis, the northern lights? Well, we had a geomagnetic storm earlier this week. And, you know, it takes a while to get here. Even though those particles are moving fast out of the sun after they are ejected, they are now going to be getting into Earth's upper atmosphere over the next 24 hours or so. There even possibly is a chance to see it out there tonight, but it would be very, very faint, I think, compared to what we would see tomorrow night and Saturday night. That's going to be the peak here. Obviously, the best viewing will be up across Canada and the extreme northern tier of the United States. But here in southern New England, we will be on the sort of lower end of the visible spectrum, lower on the horizon. Long exposure photography will certainly be the best way to see this here. To the naked eye, it could be tough. I think you'll see some colors. If you want to see anything like those dancing curtains, it's going to be tough. This is not as strong of a storm as what we saw earlier this year back in May when we had that incredible explosion of the lights all across the country. The K index, the K factor is 7 for this storm. It was a 9 back for that other one. So while it is strong, not the strongest storm we've ever seen here, we really need a 9. That's when it really can be seen very far south in the United States. But it's a 7 for tomorrow night and Saturday night and lower on Sunday. That being said, with that front coming through tomorrow night, Saturday is going to be probably the best weather viewing conditions for that. All right, back to the cold front here. That'll move through on Monday. We'll see some showers out of it. Nothing too crazy. Don't expect a ton of heavy rain out of this, but really chilly air building in back behind that front. Look at these temperatures from the 70s to the 60s, and then overnight temperatures down into the 40s both Tuesday morning and really Wednesday morning. I think that's the core of the cold. Let's take a look at some of those numbers. Wow, 30s off to our north. Yeah, it's going to be very, very chilly middle of next week. But hey, it's October, and it will certainly be feeling like it. No rain in the forecast once we get that front out of here on Monday.